And multiple clubs have been tracking Somerville, like we've discussed many weeks in a row. Do you expect him to go? If you had to if you had to predict, Alan, where his future is going to be, is it at Elland Road? Is it somewhere else? And actually, for that, then, how much is he worth?
Yeah, the Leeds fans won't thank me for it, but I think it will be away. I can only be honest. I mean, I think that's the truth, that he's an outstanding footballer. His numbers show that, the ability that he showed on a regular basis, that he's more than capable of playing in the Premier League. I mean, we're talking about high numbers now. I think we're probably talking 30 and up. And it's something that Leeds, they'll probably want to cash in if they can, because there'll be other players that possibly might leave also that they're going to have to replace if they want to try and compete. So he's done really well so far, but I think he'll have that in him, that he'll want to play at the highest level possible. And sometimes it works for both teams because you get that value in the club as well. So I've got a feeling that he will leave.
And Sam Byram saying that on talking of players that might be leaving. Sam Byram actually didn't leave and extended his stay by 1 year at Elland Road. How important is it in a season like this that's upcoming for them that they tie down their key players and actually they keep them for that promotion push?
Yeah, I think so, because I've been in an Aston Villa team where we got to the playoff final, we didn't quite make it, and then the uncertainty going into that pre-season, everybody was just all over the place. Like, you just had a feeling that probably 4, 5, 6 of your top players were going to leave. Where's that going to leave you for the following season? Are you going to fall short? So I think to have some of your experienced players who've been there for a while, who know what it's all about, who want to fight for the club to get them back to the Premier League, are staying on, it gives you that belief that you can do it. Where sometimes if you just think there's going to be this mass exodus, that the place is just going to go into a panic. So it's something you need to be careful of. And I'm sure the manager and his staff will be working hard to tie down the players that he feels that he needs for next season.
We'll move on and we can talk about Newcastle. Kieran Tierney could be available for £10 million this summer from Arsenal. We discussed him potentially going to Celtic. But do you think he would suit a move to St James's Park? What would he bring to that Newcastle team?
Well, I think he's outstanding. I mean, he's up there for me. He just needs to stay fit and play regular football. I genuinely thought at one stage when he first went to Arsenal that he'd be there for years to come and he could really go on to do something special. It didn't quite work out. So one thing I know, if he was to go to Newcastle for 10 million, I think that's cheap for a guy of his quality. He can run all day. He likes to go up and down. His delivery is very good. One-on-one defending, he's very difficult to get past. So, and he's still young. Well, he's still at an age where he's still got a lot within him moving forward. So I think they'll be getting an outstanding footballer. It's just keep him fit. That's the main thing. If you can do that, he'll be a standout player.
And they're open to selling Miguel Almiron this summer. What are your thoughts around letting him go potentially? And actually, what sort of fee do you think they could command, particularly if a big offer from Saudi comes in, that is?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The big offers, they are from Saudi, so they could be anything. I mean, it could be 20, 30, 40 million. I mean, genuinely, I think, is he turning 30? I think he's round about 30 now, so that might curtail it ever so slightly, but it was a little bit in and out. I think we all know what he brings. He's a player that can get people off their seats, but are they going to move in a different direction next season? And if he's one that's up for sale, then possibly.
You've just watched a segment from Football Insider's brand new podcast, The Inside Track, with me, Lewis Pearce, alongside the guests on the show. Thanks very much for tuning in. Please do give the video a like, comment your thoughts on the topic, and feel free to share on your social media pages. If you want to listen to the full podcast episode, click the link in the description below. Keep your eyes peeled for plenty more content and exclusives here on The Inside Track.